Can you able to see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about this part now, right? What we have discussed till now, we have discussed about the cloud, and inside the cloud, maybe we need to create a web server, maybe we need to create the SQL server, but what is mean by cloud? Whatever we are accessing from the internet. After that, we discuss about cloud computing. Now, what is mean by cloud computing? So, if we need to perform some actions by using that compute, if we need to perform some actions, maybe we need to create a web server, maybe we need to install some softwares or something like that, then this is called as a cloud computing. And with that, we have multiple cloud providers like Microsoft, GCP, or Amazon Cloud. We have Alibaba, we have Oracle, we have multiple others, right? And then we have started with service models as well as the deployment models. So all cloud providers are working on the same kind of a model. So this part is similar for each and everyone. Now we just started with the introduction for the on-premises. If I have the Telvine Trader organization, I'm just starting it and I'm just purchasing some softwares and hardwares for my initial stage. This is a shopping website, right? So earlier we have purchased 4 GB and 1 TB, but after 1 year, this is not sufficient for us. So this is now 16 GB and 5 GB, and that is called as a capital expenditures, right? Now, from here onwards, let's say I have put my all efforts to do my hardware change, to do my software change. So it will take some time. That is okay. It is taking my money, but it will take some time as well. And in that time period, my complete production environment, it might hamper because of that, right? It might go down, or I need to stop it in that particular time period, right? So this is kind of this will also affect on my working application. So this is the major issue. After that, let's say after 5 years, other companies has also started that shopping website, and now no one is going for my this application. Now my business is going down and down and down day by day. Now that 16 GB and 5 TB hard disk, whatever we have purchased, that is not required. So you can sell out, right? You can do that, but again, this is kind of, you will not get the particular amount whatever you have spent, right? So working with that on premises, and on top of that, all the servers has to be connected in same network. It means you need to take care of all the networking part, which is the switches, routers, everything, blockings, restrictions, firewalls, everything. So this is kind of a huge thing that we need to manage in on-premises. That's why Telvine Trader took a decision to migrate their servers or the application on the cloud. Now, whenever we are going or whenever we are thinking about cloud, from the on-premises to cloud, the first part comes into the picture is infrastructure as a service. Because we already have the servers in our on premises, we need to shift all the servers in infrastructure as a service. So the example of infrastructure as a service is virtual machine. There are many more, but the best option or best example is a virtual machine. Now, virtual machine is similar to your laptop or your PC environment. You can choose your Windows operating system. If you want to work with the Linux, you can go for it. If you want to use the SUSE operating system or the Red Hat OpenShift operating system, whatever you want, you can just choose it, right? Now, let's talk about what is the difference between infrastructure as a service, PaaS, and SaaS. Till that, what is mean by on premises and what things we need to do on premises, is this clear? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now let's talk about the infrastructure as a service. Now why it is called as infrastructure? Because here also we are performing it, right? We are taking care of the infrastructure. But whenever you are migrating, you already know your hardwares. So simple thing, I need the 16 GB, I need 5 TB data disk, and I need this and that, everything. So here also you need the control on your infrastructure to choose your operating system, to choose your size of it, to install the softwares, to install all these things, configurations and all. And then you can create an application, right? So let's take an example of online shopping website only. So I'm a developer. Now this is our organization has taken the decision to migrate it from on premises to cloud. So as a developer, I will go for virtual machine because I need to transfer my all data over here, right? I need to transfer my all data which is present in my disk part, in my operating system, everything I need to put it over here. So the virtual machine is the best option because here you can configure each and everything and the other things. Backend part. Who will do the patching? Who will do the updation of the operating system? Who will maintain it? Who will work on the availability part? Who will work on the networking part? These things can be handled by cloud. So what I need to do, I just need to select my virtual machine size, operating system, which I want to work. Maybe I need to select my middlewares. I need to select my softwares. Let's say .NET application. My online shopping website is based on the .NET application. So I need to install the .NET softwares on that, right? SDKs on that. I need to install all the packages on the dependencies. And then I will start to write my code. So that is what the infrastructure as a service. It means Microsoft will take care of some part and you will also take care of some part. So this is kind of a 50-50, right? 50 part will be handled by Microsoft, managed by Microsoft, and 50% you need to manage it from yourself. So this is what infrastructure as a service where you can control it. Now, let's say as a developer, okay, migrations and all these things are done. All right, fine. But let's say I wanted to create one more application. Let's say Telvine Trader got one more requirement and we need to design one application for it. Maybe this is kind of any Zomato or something like that application or OTT platform kind of application. Now, instead of going with the infrastructure as a service, the developer don't want the burden on it, on their self. Let's say I'm a developer, I need to write a code on .NET SDKs, but I don't want to configure the things. It means selecting the size of it, it means selecting the operating system, after that installing all the things, make sure about that all the things are installed or not. So if you want to create actual application, then you need the IDEs, right? Maybe you are working with the Visual Studio codes or Visual Studios. You need to install all the packages. You need to install all the things, whatever you want. If you are working with Git, then you need to install the Git in it, right? If you are working with Docker, you need to install Docker in it. So this is kind of everything you need to manage. Instead of that, as a developer, I just want to specifically work on my code. I don't want any other kind of burdens on myself. Then I can go for platform as a service. So Microsoft will give you the platform where all things are ready for it. You just need to put your whatever application code is there. So you just need to put your code on that and then run it. That's it. So to get that PaaS services, we have the example which is called as web application. There are many more. You can go for the function app. You can go for the, let's say, SQL database. So if I'm saying that SQL server, then it is an infrastructure as a service. If I'm saying that SQL database, then this is a PaaS service, right? So Whatever will give you the platform where you just need to work on your main part or your application or data is called as a PaaS service, right? Now, what other things Microsoft will take care? So everything will take care by Microsoft. The backups, patching, updations, maintenance, availability. After that, your operating system, your networking, each and everything handled by Microsoft. Middlewares, configuring all the softwares onto that, everything will be handled by Microsoft only, right? And you will get the ready-made application, or you will get the ready-made platform where you can just put your application on it and then you can run it, right? So there is a kind of a pizza analogy. So whenever we are making the pizza on premises means what? You are making your dough in your home, you are making all the sauces, you are preparing your all the toppings, each and everything by yourself. So it is kind of a complete mess. You need to put your all efforts on that. So this is what the on premises. But in an infrastructure as a service means what? You are just purchasing the base of pizza. You are purchasing sauce. You are just bringing some toppings from the market as well. Everything you are just purchasing it from market, and then you are just combining all these things together, and then you are making a pizza. So it is a simple one. Some part you are just taking it as it is, and then you are preparing it. So this is what the infrastructure as a service. PaaS service means you are ordering pizza from shop and you are just taking it in your home. So like that, this is the PaaS service. So in the PaaS service also, this pizza analogy, by using that, you need the plates, you need to wash it, right? So these things you need to do. But what is mean by SaaS services? SaaS is service is simple, where you are not a developer. So you are not a developer, you are not anything, you are just a user. Like you are using OTT platforms. OTT platforms are SaaS services. Whatever applications we are accessing, online shopping websites, SaaS services. Even your Gmail account, your OneDrive account, your Google Drive, everything is a SaaS service, even though your Azure portal is a SaaS service, because everything is already written over there. Someone has already designed for you and you are just using it, right? So that is what the SaaS service, software as a service. So we are already having the software and we are just using it. It means, by using the pizza analogy, if I'm talking about, it means you are just going for the restaurant and just having fun with pizza. That's it. So you don't need to create anything. You don't need to prepare anything. You don't need to wash anything, nothing. It just, you are enjoying that pizza. That's it. Right? So is this clear what is meant by infrastructure as a service, PaaS service, and the SaaS service?
Yes, clear.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now we also have, if you want that theoretical parts or anything, you can just simply go for AZ 900 exam. See, all the materials, everything Microsoft has already given. So you don't need to go here and there. You don't need to go for Udemy. You don't need to go check other URLs. Always go for learn.microsoft.com. And here you will get each and everything, right? Now, if I'm going for this, you can see that all three topics are here and we are here right now. Describe cloud concepts. Introduction to cloud infrastructure. Describe Azure architecture and services. Then we have describe Azure management and governance. If I'm getting inside this, and this is a link from where you can schedule your examination. Okay. So whatever you want related to AZ900, you will get it over here itself. Now, if I'm going over here, you can see that cloud computing, we just talk about the cloud computing. We talk about the shared responsibilities as well, right? Here you will get that all the service types. See here, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. If I'm going over here, then you can see that SaaS service, on premises, you need to take care of each and everything. Infrastructure as a service, you need to take care of most of the things, because you need to select your whatever application is there, right? So you need to select that application, you need to install that applications and all. So these things you need to take care, but other things, networking, application, identity, account identity, and all these things has been taken care by Microsoft. Here, PaaS services, most of the things, it means what? You need to just focus on your application, but other than that, everything has been handled by Microsoft. Now here you can see that there are something like you are also selecting it, and Microsoft also managing it. It means network control. Microsoft is taking care of it. But if you want to put your all on top of it, you want to add something, private links or any other things to let's say I want to restrict something, I want to add some identities on it, I want to make sure about that only virtual networks, some of the VMs which are present in the virtual network can only access it. So like that, these things you can perform. Application, same thing for the applications and the identity directories as well, right? If you want to do that, you can go for it. But other than that, everything has been managed by Microsoft itself. So from here, you will get all these things. See here, this is the platform as a service. You will get all these things. And then we also have the software as a service. So I will not go through each and everything, but you can do one thing. You can go for, let me just copy that link. See here, remember one thing, everything is present here itself. So if you want the practice for examination, you can take the practice assessment. You can launch the sandbox to check how that examination looks like. I will walk you through from each and everything. Don't need to worry about it on the last day. Okay. You can schedule your examination from here and everything.
We will get dump also from here.
What?
Practice dump.
No, that is not there. You will get the practice test, but these are not the same kind of questions like in your examination. So if you need that dumps, there are multiple other options. Okay, that is also one thing I will explain you in our last session. Well, that okay?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Perfect. Let me share this link with you, and how you can search it. GH 900, and then you can just put exam on the Google search. That's it, right? So it is not only for this one. If you want any kind of certifications or anything you want to know about it, you can search like that only. So for example, if I'm going over here, let's go back, and instead of 900, I'm just putting 104. See here. You don't need to go for this one. You always search for learn.microsoft.com, right? And here you will get all the details of it. All right. So that's it. Now let's go back. So we are done with the infrastructure as a service, software as a service, and PaaS services. Now let me go for my presentation. So we are done with the shared responsibilities. We are done with capital and okay. Capital expenditure we have discussed, where we are putting our money to buy softwares and hardwares. Operational costing means what? Renting the services. Now, in the cloud, whatever we have discussed here, right? Infrastructure as a service, PaaS service, and SaaS service are renting services. You don't need to spend your complete money on it. So let's suppose 16 GB. Right now, you want 4 GB virtual machine. and you want, let's say, 50 GB hard disk. And let's say your work is for only 5 hours. So you are paying for 5 hours only. If you run this virtual machine for 5 minutes, you need to pay for 5 minutes only. Not a second, but it will calculate the costing as per minutes, right? But it will show you the output as per hours.
So this is
Cost.
pay as you go, right?
Yes. So this is what the pay as you go. So whenever I'm talking about, you can go for any subscription. Maybe it is your free tier account. Maybe it is your pay as you go account. If you are the Visual Studio Code subscriber, you will get VS subscription. If you are, let's say, something sponsorship is there, then you will get that Azure sponsorer as well. If your organization is using enterprise level subscription, you will be the part of it. Some things are partnership, right? So we'll talk about that part as well, one by one, and I will walk you through how to create the Azure account. Okay. Now see, the thing is, whatever configurations you are selecting, Microsoft will charge on that only. It means you are renting it. And another advantage is, if right now 4 GB is not sufficient for you, you can easily go for 16 GB. You can easily go for 32 GB. You can increase the size of your disk as well. So this is quick. You don't need to buy a hardware. You just need to increase that size from the portal itself and you will get it within a minutes. Right? So this is what the advantage of the cloud, where you are paying only for your services. That's it. Whatever services you are using for what kind of time, that much only you need to pay for it. Okay. So this part is done. Now let's talk about another part. Where is that? So see here, we are just talking about the service model, but let's talk about the deployment model as well. Now into the deployment model, it means where you are deploying your resources. Now, sometimes I will talk like services. Sometimes I will call it as a resources. Now, what is mean by that? What is the difference between service and the resource? It means virtual machine is a service offered by Microsoft. But whenever I'm creating it, it is a resource for me. It means I'm using it. Right? So whatever services you have created is called resource, and whatever services offered by Microsoft are services. Okay. So this is like that. Now where you are deploying that, either you can deploy it publicly, either you can do it private, or it might be a hybrid. Now what is mean by that? Public cloud means your cloud providers. You are using your cloud providers. You are putting each and everything, storage, your databases, your laptops, kind of things, everything you are just putting it on your public cloud, right? It is your cloud provider. Now putting everything on the cloud is called as a public. But what if I have some kind of applications which are pretty much important for me, and we can't go for public cloud, right? It is kind of we can't trust on public cloud. And we already have our own infrastructure, like NVIDIA. Earlier, it was having that infrastructure completely. Now they are becoming a cloud providers as well. So we also have the NVIDIA cloud, right? But earlier they are using their own environments, their own data centers, everything. So it means they are using their private cloud. Cloud means there are multiple data centers and we are putting each and everything onto the data centers. So they are owning their own cloud. It means it's a private cloud. But we are also going for the hybrid cloud. Now, what is mean by hybrid cloud? It is a combination of public and private. It means when we are going for the hybrid cloud, some of the services, let's say as a developer, let's take an example of banking application, maybe SBI or HDFC or Axis Bank or anything. So let's say we want to create one application. As a developer, we want to create one application and we need all the features given by cloud, right? It means we can create our application and we can publish that application on the public cloud. But what about the data? Data is sensitive information, right? Security reasons, and also government also put some pressure on you that you can't put your all kind of data in the public cloud because of the governance issues, because of the policies, because of the all standards. You need to follow these. Now, what you can do for the applications and feature, you are going for the public cloud. But whatever your data is there, it is there in your private cloud with the highest security. So your some services are present in the private cloud, some services are on the public cloud. It means this is called as a hybrid cloud. Okay. So these two models are similar for each and every cloud providers. If you are going for AWS, then also you will get the service models as an infrastructure as a service, PaaS service, and SaaS service, and the deployment model as a public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. That's it. So once you understand it, now you can work with Azure cloud because we are focusing on Microsoft only. But if you want to go for Amazon, the basic things are same. Here we are calling it as a virtual machine. There they are calling it as a EC2 instances. Here we are calling it as storage account. There they are calling it as a S3 buckets. So like that we are having the naming convention change and some of the feature changes. Okay, just a minute. Sorry team. Okay, so till the time, any other questions, team? Deployment models and what are the service models and all? Mm-hmm.
No, all clear.
Okay,
No,
perfect.
it's fine.
Now let's discuss about. So we are done with the capital expenditure. Now what is mean by the operational costing? The operational costing means you are renting it. It means you are just paying for only whatever you spent, right? So now let's go for the benefits of cloud. We just completed each and everything, but just not talked about the benefit of cloud. One of the benefit we have discussed here, which is this one. So we are renting it. We are not buying the services. We are renting the services. So this is also the one of the advantage. Another benefit is scaling. It means whenever I want, I can increase and decrease the size of it. So there are two things, scaling. Either it is a vertical scaling or either it is a horizontal scaling. Now, what is mean by that? That part I will talk about it in some time, not right now. Okay. But understand it, scaling. We also have the scaling. It means you can increase and decrease the resources size. Also, there is a elasticity. Whenever I am talking about elasticity, benefits, what are the benefits? Scalability, elasticity. Now, what is mean by elasticity? It means once you create a rule, it is kind of a rubber. How much you want, it will increase that, right? So like that, some of services also have auto scaling. Auto scaling means you just need to put your rule. Okay, so this is my rule. Whenever your requirement is meeting this particular condition, you need to increase and decrease, right? So this is my rule. Once you set up that rule, Microsoft will do the auto scaling. Microsoft will check on that. Okay, these are meeting the condition, then we need to increase and decrease the size of it, or we need to increase and decrease the whatever the instances. So that is what the elasticity. So some of the services are having the this particular benefit as well, right? Scalability, some of the services we also have the scalability. After that, availability. Minimum availability given by Microsoft is 99%, or I can say that 99.9%. Minimum availability. What is mean by availability now? So whenever we are taking some services from Microsoft, it means it is available for us 24/7, right? We are thinking about it. But sometimes what happened in the back end, Microsoft is also going for the updation, patching, they are maintaining the things. At that moment, they need to stop that servers and then they need to do all these things, right? So at that moment, it might happen, these are the situations, or it might happen sometimes there is a power cut. Sometimes there is a data center failure, rack failure, or there is a complete region outage, right? So that's why Microsoft gives you 99.9% availability, not 100% availability. Microsoft never gives you 100% of availability. Whenever they are saying that availability, they will give you SLA. This is called SLA, Service Level Agreement. So this is a guarantee. If you are selecting virtual machine, single virtual machine, you will get 99.9%. It means 2-3 minutes per day. It might happen my virtual machine is not available, right? But your data and everything will be there. So you don't need to worry about it. But it is kind of you are not able to access your virtual machine. So that will happen. And what are the scenarios in the back end? Maybe there is a power cut, maybe there is a maintenance or updation is going on, maybe there is a rack failure, data center failure, or region failure, right? And Microsoft is working on it, each and everything. They are just monitoring each and everything. If there is any kind of a failure happens, Microsoft will resolve that issue. I guess you have also saw that in the last year, most of the machines Microsoft is having the downtime, outage. Many of the organizations are facing that challenge that they are not able to access something. It is kind of their machines are not available. Or sometimes it is also happening on the Teams as well. Teams is not working fine. So these are all the Microsoft products. So it will happen someday, right? Somewhere. So that's why Microsoft never give you 100% of availability. But minimum is 99.9% and maximum is 99.99999 up to 16 nines. Up to 16 nines. Okay. So this is what the SLA. Now there is another one which is called as a reliability. So if I'm talking about the reliability, okay, let me just put it over here. Where is my, okay. Now what is mean by reliability? Reliability means what? Whenever there is a failure happened, how we can reliable on our Microsoft, how they are maintaining it and how they are resolving it. So they are doing the BCDR. BCDR means what? Business continuity and disaster recoveries. So if you are using the storage, remember one thing, if you are using the storage, let's say your laptop is having a disk, right? You're putting all your data into the laptop, all your information, all kind of data, movies, photos, all the memories, everything. Now let's say one day you lost your laptop or crashed that laptop or something happened. So you can't retrieve that data, right? Yes or no? If you lost your laptop, you can't retrieve the data, right?
No, we can.
How?
Okay, physically losing it.
Physically. If we physically lose it, then
There.
can we retrieve?
Given if it's there somewhere backed up.
Yeah, perfect. It means you need to do the backup, right? But over here, Microsoft is taking care by default. If you are creating any one of the storage in anywhere, maybe that storage is a part of your virtual machine or any services, or you are creating any kind of a storage account or the database or anything, Microsoft is already creating a backup plan of it. So they will never create a single copy. So for your right now, whatever laptops you are having a single copy. Till now, you are not thinking about that we need to take a backup, right? But Microsoft has already thought about it. Microsoft will create a 3 copies. Always they are creating a 3 copies. And in the backend, if any one of the rack failure happened, Microsoft will give you the second rack access, and you are not able to recognize it whether we are getting that rack failure or not, because in the back end Microsoft is working on it. This is called as a business continuity, and this has happened within a data center. And you can select your whatever. There are multiple options of redundancies. You need to select one. So these things we are going to talk about it in our storage part. Okay. But the disaster recovery. Disaster means what? If there is a region failure. So first of all, you need to take care of it. You need to provision your backup plan. So let's say Microsoft is taking care within a data center. But let's say there is an outage on a data center, then you need to provision it first. You need to provision it within a different data center. Another thing, if there is a outage on the region, there is a region failure, then you need to provision it first, and you need to make sure about that your all services are going to capture in different region. So that is what the disaster recovery. And once you configure it, after that Microsoft will take care of each and everything. Microsoft will continuously copy the data, and then once there is a failure, Microsoft will retrieve the data as well. So that is what the disaster recovery. Now there are many more. So we will talk about these, all the benefits one by one, and you will also get to know about all the benefits of cloud in the next sessions as well. Okay. So these are the basic one. Now let's go for, as we are done with this part. We discuss about each and everything. Now let me just go for the next part, and let's start with availability zone, region, subscriptions, resource groups. So at least this part we will going to complete, right? So let's start with this. Now we discussed earlier as well that in the cloud we have data center. But the actual flow is we have geographies. So if I'm talking about the Microsoft, there are multiple geographies like Asia region, Africa region, or not region. These are the geographies, right? Australia geography is there. US kind of things are there. So these are what? These are the geographies. Geographies are divided in a multiple regions. See here? Geographies are divided in multiple regions. Now, whenever I'm talking about region, in India, there are 3 regions: Central India, South India, and West India. Okay. In US, we have multiple regions. East US, East US 2, West US, West US 2, West US 3, Central West US, Central US, and many more. So those are the regions. That regions are divided in zones. Okay. Some of the regions are divided in zones. Now, why I'm saying that some of the region? Because as per the requirement, earlier, India also not having the zones. Indian regions are also not having the zones. Because most of the users are accessing US regions. Because of the costing and all. The cheapest region is East US region. Now, how the costing is depend on that region, that part also I will give you. Okay. But something is like that, there is no demand. If there is no demand, Microsoft will not divide it within its zones. If there is a demand, if there is a demand increases and the geographical area is sufficient to put 3 zones in it, then and then only Microsoft divide that whole region in 3 zones. Not 2 zones, not 4 zones. Microsoft always divide it in 3 zones only. Now let's say this is my India location. We have 3 regions. Now in that region, Central India. Central India location is Pune. And it is having high demand, not West India and not South India. Central India is having multiple things in it. Most of the users are creating the resources from it, so it means their demand is high. And as per the geographical area, every zone is far from each other by 300 miles. Okay. Now, they have created 3 zones in central India, which are far from each other by 300 miles only, not more than that. And they are just keeping all the zones over here. Now, that zones are having data centers. That zones are having data centers. So, it is not like that each zone is having only one data center. No. Each zone is having one or more than one data centers as per the requirement. The data centers are divided in racks, and that racks are divided in servers. Is this clear? Now, how I will get that geography data if I wanted to see where is my geography and what are the regions are there and which region is having a zone. Okay, I'm saying that the trainer is saying that only Central India is having the zone. Why not South India? I wanted to check for West India as well and all. So you will get all kind of information from Azure Spit. So you can search for Azure Spit. See here, and this is the latency test. And here you will get all kind of information. So see here, these are my geographies. Europe, North America, Asia, then Australia and New Zealand. Then we have Middle East and Africa. Then we have South Africa, right? So those are my geographies. Now, if you want, see here you will get all the geography data. Here you will get all the Azure regions, and also here itself you will get all the details for which region is having zones. So see here, Australia East is already having 3 zones. See here, right? After that, if I'm going over here, Central US, Central India having zone. After that, if I'm going down and South India. See here, South India don't have 3 zones. So this is kind of a infrastructure they have created, and they are increasing it day by day. So if you can go over here, you can see that right now we have total 57 regions. 105 zones in between that regions. We have 29 geographies, and then we are having 4 upcoming regions as well. So in upcoming days, we will be having 61 regions. Okay. So this is what the information we have, and see here you will get the launch date information as well, and this is what the paired region. Now what is mean by paired region? If you remember, we discussed about the disaster recovery. In the disaster recovery, you need to provision your secondary region as the nearest location. So by default, Microsoft give you the paired region. Okay. So why Microsoft keep these things as a paired region? See here, you can see that. Let's go for Central India. So for Central India, South India is the nearest location, nearest region. So that's why Microsoft has already fixed it. The paired region is South India only. Because whenever there is a time of recovery, that time they need to retrieve as much data as they can. So for example, if I'm putting my data in a different region, let's say I have that option. Then Central India, for the disaster recovery, my secondary region is the East US2 region. So there is a distance between both the regions, right? As per the distance, it will take the data transfer time. So if you are talking over here and you can travel, your voice can travel how much distance. So this is kind of a traveling. So if your data is far away from the primary region, then it will also take that much of time. So let's say right now at 10 a.m. I got the failure. It means what? Whatever data is there before 10 a.m. has to be copied or captured by that secondary region, or we need to take a backup. So in between that, let's say you got a lot of data at 10 or let's say 9:59 a.m. right? Then what will happen? If your secondary region is very far away from your primary region, it will take time and it will not complete that backup part, and you may lose the data, right? So that's why, to reduce the amount of losing our data, the nearest location Microsoft has decided, which is secondary region, and you can't change it. Okay. So this is what the latency. If you want to go for region to region latency, you can go for this one. And here you can see that all the latency informations. If you want to go for the Azure latency test, let's say your one of the data is present in West Central US and another data is present in Central India. You can see that. See here, latency. To get the information from West Central US, I need 245 milliseconds. But the same data is present in my nearest location is Central India. I'm near to Pune location. So I'll get that information in 13 milliseconds. And it is not in a seconds. It is always in a milliseconds. Okay. So whatever regions, they are capturing all the regions. Whatever regions you are selecting across the globe is in the milliseconds only. So speed is very high. So I will share this link as well with you. Just explore that link, take a look, play around it, and just have fun. Okay. And understand what are the regions, what are the things are there. Now, another thing is also there. One is Azure status. So Azure status is one of the link or the URL where you will get all kind of information. So this is the current impact. So you can see that no active events. It means my all the regions, all the services are working fine. If there is any kind of a issue, there is any resource got failure or the rack got failure or anything is happening, then Microsoft will recognize it and Microsoft will mitigate it, right? And then you will get the information like a warnings, like a critical or something like that. If something will be happening in the future and Microsoft knows about it, that there is a outage, then Microsoft give you the information. And you can see that history here. See this? Privilege identity management issues has happened. After that, resource manager has happened issue. So see here, those are the issues happened over here. So you can see that, see here, front door connectivity issue across multiple regions. So many users are facing that issue on October 29 and Microsoft has mitigated that. See here, all information you will get it over here. Done. So we'll talk about this Azure status in our on our last day, which is a monitoring part as well, because it is not only the URL from where you can get the information, it is also from here as well. So from the monitoring section, you can also create a service Azure status health check. Okay. Now let's go for our main agenda, which is the subscriptions and Azure portal. Is this clear? What is mean by geography, region, zones, data centers, racks? Yes, team?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay, now let's get started with our Azure portal. Now to access the Azure portal, what you need? portal.azure.com. So this is your link or URL, portal.azure.com. Now how to get started with that? So there are multiple subscriptions. One thing is that you can log into your portal.azure.com from any Outlook account. So whenever I'm saying that Outlook account, it means if you have your Google account, Gmail account, or any other accounts, that you can connect with the Outlook account, and then you can use that Outlook account or the Microsoft account to access the portal.azure.com. Right? It means you can see here, this is my account. You can see here. I will get the subscription and everything. And what is the URL for it? portal.azure.com. Right? Now, how to get started with that? So if I'm saying that Azure account, if I want to create an Azure account, then I can search from here. See here, create your first Azure free account or pay as you go account. See here, try Azure for free. Now, what is mean by that? Try Azure for free is the free version of Azure. It means what? With the limitations. Okay. It is not kind of you will get all the services, everything over there. Now, in the free tier account, let me just go over here and let's talk about free tier. In the free subscription, what you will get? You will get 12 months of access. Now, whenever I'm saying that 12 months of access means inside that 1 month, you will get complete access. You can run multiple things and all with the limited number of resources. For example, you can create only 3 virtual machines. You can create a storage account. You can create a function app, web application, and this and that. But after 1 month, you need to upgrade it. Upgrade it to pay as you go account. You need to upgrade it to pay as you go account. Then you can say that, okay, then why it is called as a free account? It is just kind of a pay as you go account. Yes, it is a pay as you go account. But why they have mentioned 12 months? Because some of the services are still free of cost within that 11 months of time period. Right? Now, can you understand this one? They are saying that 12 months, but in a 1 month only, for 1 month only, you will get all the resources, not all the resources, limited resources for the free of cost to understand the Azure portal. After 1 month, you need to upgrade yourself to the pay as you go account. And for the next 11 months, you will get the benefits of free tier account. Some of the resources you will get free of cost. After that, whatever you want extra, you need to pay for it. So like that, we have a pay as you go account, and there are many more accounts are there, or there are many more subscriptions are there. For example, if I'm talking about, there is a pay as you go account, right? There is a pay as you go account, pay as you go, whatever you want, how many you want, you can create it. Just a minute. Okay, so let's take a break, right? We need a break before we are starting to the next part of the Azure portal. Let's take a break. How much time we need a break? Yes, team. This is 10:17. Can we take a break till 10:30?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's be back at 10:30. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all are back. Kindly confirm.
I'm in.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's get started with this discussion, as we are just talking about what are all the subscriptions we have. The best subscription we have is pay as you go account. So you can create a multiple pay as you go accounts as per your requirement. After that, organization, as an organization, you can go for enterprise level agreement. So enterprise means what? Your biggest organization like IBM, we also have some of the Tech Mahindra or something like that. They are connecting with Microsoft to get the what we can say, to get the servers or data centers. So the part of some of the data center is only restricted to that particular organization. So you are buying huge amount of data centers from them, and after that, not buying, you are renting huge amount of data centers from them, and with that you will get a benefit from Microsoft in some costing benefits. Maybe it is in terms of technical support benefit. Maybe also Microsoft will give you the certifications or some kind of a trainings as well. So TechM, Fujitsu is there, KPMG is there, Infosys is there. So many more companies are there who are connected to Microsoft, and they are getting the benefit of it. And in that benefit, there are multiple things. Maybe you will get a free trainings on new certifications or the new technologies. Maybe you will get some kind of a voucher code for the examination, so you can just opt for the examination free of cost. So like that, benefits as well as a technical support. So if you are facing any challenges, you will get the 24/7 support from Microsoft. So these are the things are present in the biggest organization, which is a enterprise level subscription. Now there are many more. Now whenever I'm saying that there are many more, one more thing is there, which is a Microsoft partner. As a Microsoft partner, so for example, some training institutions like Udemy, or I can say that Neo Skills that you are opting for, or I can say that anything, Koenig is there, Netcom is there. There are many more, right? Think Loudly and all things are there. So these are the training institutions or kind of a Microsoft partners. Not only the training institutions, but other than that as well, there are multiple partners who can't buy enterprise level subscriptions, but they can be a partner of Microsoft. So because of that partnership as well, they will get some benefits. So this is one of the subscriptions we have. After that, we also have the sponsorship. Some of the institutions or the in universities who are connected to Microsoft gives student benefit, which is called as a sponsorship kind of account. And by using that sponsorship, they will get some particular amount for complete year where they can learn Microsoft Azure, right? So this is kind of a sponsorship as well. We also have Microsoft reseller. Now, what is mean by the reseller? Reseller means someone is in the middle. So let's say my organization is not too much big. It is a small kind of a organization or small kind of a company. But I need the benefit from Microsoft, right? So what Microsoft reseller will do? Microsoft reseller will take the benefit from Microsoft and sell it to the smallest companies and get the benefit of it. So this is also reseller subscription is there. So for these all subscriptions, you need to connect for to Microsoft. But you can create multiple free accounts. You can create multiple pay-as-you-go accounts from anywhere and anytime. So how to create that accounts? If I'm going for this, see here, we have two options. Either you can try Azure for free or you can directly go for pay-as-you-go account. Now here, if I'm going for Azure free, then also you need to be ready with your credit card details. Now you are saying that, okay, you are saying that this is a free of cost, then why they are asking for credit card details? So because after 1 month, you need to upgrade yourself to the pay as you go account. And for that purpose, you need that credit card, as well as this is kind of a validation that or I can say that this is kind of authentication. We are checking verification that this is the particular person is belongs to that particular credit card. So to check that, you they will deduct only 1 or 2 rupees for the verification purpose, right? So you need to be ready with your credit card details and make sure about that there is a international transaction is enabled as well, and then you can create your free account, or either you can directly go for the pay as you go account. Now once you go for pay as you go account, I already have one, that's why it is not giving me that option. But yes, so if you want to create one, you can go for it. You can add your all the data's informations over here and then you can create it. Okay. Otherwise, if you are doing it for the first time, your this particular screen will not appear. You will be going through multiple steps where you need to add your PAN card details as well. You need to add your credit card details and then you need to create one account. Now let's say I'm going inside my home page. So see here, this is my Azure portal. So see here, portal.azure.com. Here you can see my email ID, which is a client.dev88@outlook.com, and this belongs to my name. And this is my default directory. Now, what is mean by directory? Active directories, Entra IDs, how to add the directories, because it is showing you that switch directory. It means there are multiple other directories as well, right? So these things we will going to talk about it in our upcoming sessions, okay, where we are only focusing on the identity part. But right now, let's focus on these all options and this portal. Now, if I'm going over here, here you can create your support ticket. If you need any help, you can create your support ticket. And one more thing, whenever you are creating a pay as you go account, it will ask you for the support. Now that support will also, you need to also pay for that support. So at that moment you need to go for free account, or you can say that a normal basic support. Basic support means you can create a support ticket, and whenever they are free, they will give you the response. Okay. And I will say that they are working in a US hours, so you will get the response as soon as possible. Okay. So that is what. But if you are paying for it, it means whatever ticket you are raising at that moment only they need to answer it. Okay. But the costing is very high, so I'm not going for that. I'm not opting for that. Here you can see that support and troubleshoot. From here also you can add your support ticket. After that, here there is a setting. You can see that there is a setting directories. If you have a multiple directories, you can switch to any directory. If you have multiple subscription, you can select your any subscription from here. If you want to select only one subscription for it, you can select it, or you can select multiple other subscriptions as well, or switch to the directory. Now, directory, this is my Entra account. So this directory belongs to subscription, or I will say that this subscription belongs to this directory. If I'm creating another directory, I need to create another subscription on that. So this subscription will not belongs to other directory. This subscription only belongs to default directory only. Okay, remember that. Now here you will get all the notification whether your deployment is running or not, whether your deployment is done or not, or it is throwing the errors or anything. Here, this is a Cloud Shell. Now, Cloud Shell, we'll talk about this Cloud Shell in upcoming sessions, right? Now, let's focus on this portal itself. So we just talked about these things. Here, we also have a Copilot. Copilot means what? If you are facing any challenges or you are not able to understand something, you can ask Copilot. You can click on this. This is kind of an inbuilt Copilot, free of cost Copilot is there. So you can go for it, right? And you can ask the questions. Now here, I will come to this particular pointer, which is a search bar after some time. Over here, you can see here, 3 dots. And here you will get that Microsoft Cloud, Azure, AI Foundry. These are what? These are the different applications, and you can connect these applications from here itself. So if you want to work with Defender, if you want to work with the Data Explorer, Copilot Studio is there, Fabric. So Fabric and all these are having it their own URLs, right? So that's why we have this options. Power Platform is there having our own URL. Microsoft Copilot Studio is having their own URL. AI Foundry is having its own URL. DevOps is having its own URL, which is a dev.portal.com. So like that. Now here you will get that create a resource, homepage, dashboard, and all options are there. And see here, you can put any one of the resource in your favorite. So these are right now by default, because these are the common services that we are using it in our day-to-day life. Now here you can see all resources which are present in your account, in your subscription, or in your this particular account. So this is my complete account. Now if I'm going for the create a resource, or if I'm going for all services, so see here I'm getting all the categories. So it is like online shopping website. In your online shopping website, there are multiple categories, right? Men's category, women's category, kids category. Then we have the home appliances, electronics category. So like that, Microsoft has divided all the services within the multiple categories. So I can say that if I'm going into the compute, then these are the all services comes under that compute service. You can see that availability set is there, proximity placement group is there, image is there, virtual desktop is there. After that, application definition, image version, we have the capture infrastructure, images and all, virtual machine skill sets. See here, we have the virtual machine. So this is what these are the infrastructure as a service. As I said, there are multiple infrastructure as a services. Some of them are the PaaS services. See here, app service plan. Then we have virtual instance for SAP solution, cloud services. We also have the Spring apps. We have a function apps. So these are the serverless and microservices. Now, what is meant by serverless and microservices? That part also we will going to discuss. Yes, Shahan, any question? Yes, please go ahead. Okay. All right. So these are the container apps, Kubernetes. Now we are going to touch on each and everything, right? Not these all things, but container, what is meant by container apps? Because as a solution architect, you should know about all these options. We also have the bare metal instances. If you are working for the SAP workloads, you can go for the bare metals. Batch accounts also we have. So if you are part of AI or machine learning, you need to work with the batch accounts. Quantum workspaces are also there, but still it is in the preview. It means it is just Microsoft has launched it, right? But in this session, whenever we are starting with compute, we're going to talk about virtual machine in a detail, VMSs, app service plans, after that our container apps, after that function apps, Kubernetes, little bit understanding on it. So these are the services we are going to discuss. Okay?
Uh, Hello,
Mhm.
ma'am. Sorry to cut.
Yes. Yes, Raghavendra.
Yeah. Do we get a chance to check these hands-on? I mean, like I've logged in into the lab. Then, can we create, like for instance, can I create a virtual machine under the
Yes.
computer?
Yes.
If
So
possible.
after every session, I will give you one assignment where
Okay.
you need to perform hands-on labs. Okay.
Okay.
If you want guided labs, we also have the guided labs for AZ104. So you need to perform that as well. See, there are three things. One thing, I will create a custom lab for you. It is kind of, I will just create it on the paint, and you need to take a picture of it, and you need to create the environment. That is the one case. Another thing, guided labs, where you will get all the instructions and you need to just follow with that, and you will complete that lab. So that is also the one of the thing. And third thing, you will get a scenario, case study, and you need to come up with your solution. Okay.
Got it. Yeah. Thanks.
All right, great. Thank you. Yeah. So regarding with the containers here, these are all the services, Red Hat OpenShift, Kubernetes. We also have the service fabric. We also have a Kubernetes services. We also have these app configurations and all. See, if I'm going for the DevOps, these all the services. Then if I'm going inside the identity, these all are the services. So these are the categories. And if you want to create a resource, you can go for these three lines. You can click on this and then you can search from here. I can search for the virtual machine. I can search for the data factory storage account and this and that, right? So from here also you can create a resources, but the best option is this. So if I'm searching from virtual machine from this search bar, then what things I will get? I will get all the services related to the virtual machine. I will get all the options related to the marketplace as well. And the best part is documentation. So in Azure portal itself, Microsoft has added all the documentations. So you don't need to go here and there. You just need to click on this. That's it. So see here, if I want to start my virtual machine in Azure by you, this is the Azure virtual machine documentation. I want to deploy Azure virtual desktop. I want to create the virtual machine with the REST APIs and all. I can go for it. And here you will get all the details. See here, all the details. Here on this side, how to create a virtual machine by using a Linux operating system, Windows operating system, how to create a VMSS, everything you will get. See here, tutorials. Here you will get that how to create it by using Portal, PowerShell, CLI, Terraform, Bicep, ARM. So Microsoft has created a huge kind of documentation. So you don't need to worry about it. You just need to follow the learn.microsoft.com only. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the one.
Yeah, ma'am.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, ma'am. My question is, I mean, like, with the given setup, do we need like, I mean, will we be able to create a virtual machine because it is pay as we go, right? So,
Hmm?
is it giving a you know, is there a provision for us to create a virtual machine without? I mean, do we need to make a payment or how is it, ma'am?
Okay, so as per my understanding, I hope you will get some lab environment. Can you check with Minakshi on that
Yeah, sure.
for the lab environment?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So today what we are going to do, we are just discussing on all the factors. We are not going to create anything. So for today, as this is our first day, we are learning lot many things, lot many concepts and lot many features of Microsoft, right? So that's why I don't want to overburden on that. So today, little understanding on Azure portal, what is mean by resource groups and all, right? Now, this is the one we have already discussed. Now, let me just go for the home page and see here we have the subscription. And if you can see here, this is my pay as you go account. Until now, I have not done anything because for this particular class, I have created one, right? So if you are creating a one, then it means you are the global admin role. See here, this is the global administrator access I have. Also, I have owner access on this subscription. So see here, RBAC. Now, what is mean by that? This part also we will going to discuss. Okay. Now here, if I want to create one more subscription, then I can add this. See here, billing account. This is my billing account, billing profile and all these things. Now here we have the plans. I can go for other different plans as well. And let's check your offer eligibility. So I can check for it. See here, pay as you go account is eligible for me. Free trial is not eligible for me because I already opted for pay as you go account. Azure for student, I can go for Azure for student. I can go for these many things. See here, Azure open, purchase Azure services from your partner, Microsoft partnership. So these are the things are there. And I can create multiple pay as you go accounts. It is not like that you need to create only one, two, three like that. You can create a multiple pay as you go accounts as per your requirement. Okay. So there are criteria how you can create the subscription, multiple subscriptions and all, why you need to create that multiple subscriptions. So this part also we will going to discuss in our next sessions. Okay. So today we are just going to talk about the subscription. Now, whenever we are talking about the subscription and all, we need to also understand there is a organization chart by Microsoft. So there is an organization chart by Microsoft. Now that chart starts from management group. Now, what is mean by the management group? Management group is the highest authority. So for example, let's say this is a Reliance organization. So for the Reliance organization, I will be having a parent management group. It means I will be having all kind of access on it, right? So this is the highest level of hierarchy. Now under parent, you can create a multiple management groups, but those management groups are child management groups, right? Those management groups are child management groups. So parent is only one, and below that you can create a multiple other management groups. Now, why we need to create a multiple other management groups? Let's say Reliance is not only in one business. Reliance have multiple other businesses. right? Reliance Digital is there, Reliance mobiles are there, Reliance so IT company is there. So write that. So this is my parent, which all other things are comes under parent group, which is a Reliance group. Under that there are multiple, maybe it is a Reliance phone, Reliance IT services, Reliance any other things, right? Whatever. So these are the things are child management groups. Now management group itself is saying that how we can manage it, access management or whatever is there, how we can manage these things. Now in between that management group, after a management group, we can create subscriptions, right? So I can say that management group is a group of multiple child management groups as well as multiple subscriptions, right? So either you can create here subscription directly. So if you want to create a subscription under parent management group, you can do that. Or else you can create your multiple subscription under child management groups as well. Now this is my subscription. Under that subscription, you need to create a resource group. So this is what? Resource group. Now what is mean by the resource group? Resource group is the logical grouping of the resources. You can't create any resource without a resource group. So it is a mandatory that you need to keep your resources within the resource group. Right? So these are your resources which are part of your resource group. Now what is the definition? As I said, this is a logical grouping and also it stores the metadata. Now what is mean by the metadata and what is mean by the life cycle management, and it also gives the life cycle management. Now what is mean by that? It means, let's say in my one of the resource group, I have multiple resources, let's say 20 resources. So that if I want to delete all the resources what I need to do? I don't need to delete one by one resource. I will just go for resource group and delete it. Done. So
So
this means, yes.
so it's like a folder, right?
Perfect. It is like a folder.
And
If you delete that
there was
folder,
some files, and in Azure there was a resource group, and in that multiple VMs.
multiple VMs, multiple resources, anything,
Okay.
right? So resources. Now another thing is metadata. Metadata means resource group holds the information, data of your resources. For example, what is the name of that resource group resource? What is the location of that resource? What is the type of that resource? Everything. So data of data. So you are the person, and what is your data? You are your name, your email ID, your personal details and all. So this is kind of a metadata. So it will stores the metadata as well. Now why we require that kind of a metadata? Let's say you are putting your resource group in East US location, right? And you are putting your resources. Let's say some of the resources are present in the East US location. Some of the resources are present in the West US location. Okay, that is okay. You can create your resource group in a one location and you can create your resources in another location. That is fine because it is just kind of a logical grouping. Now it holds the metadata. What means that, let's say there is a failure on West US region. Still you can retrieve at least these are the services are present. Okay, I'm not able to access it, but these are the services and the resources are present over there. It means that resource group holding that metadata of my resources, right? So that's why this is called as a metadata and the lifecycle management. So to understand this flow, we have the management group, Under management group, we have subscriptions. Under subscriptions, we have resource group. Under resource groups, we have resources. Okay? Because this thing, we also need it in the identity. We also need it in the access management and everywhere. And we all always follow these things only. Subscription, once you purchase that subscription, you are just working with the resource group and the resources in it. All right. Now, there's one more option which is called as resource provider. Now, what is mean by the resource provider? So, resource provider who will provide you that resources. Now, what is mean by that? Microsoft is not a owner of Redis cache. Microsoft is not a owner of Linux, is not owner of Red Hat, is not owner of any other things, right? But still you can use it in your Azure portal. Why? Because there is a provider enabled. So once that resource provider enabled, you can create those resources in your account. Now this is a free of cost because you are just enabling it. Whenever you are creating that resource, that time only you need to pay for it. Okay. So now let me just go for my account here and where I will get that resource provider. So you can see here, there is a resource provider. See the subscription, cost analysis, budgeting and all settings we have, right? So you can see that features, billing properties, everything. And here you will get the resource provider. Now you can see that.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. One question
Mhm.
regarding the subscription. So, for example, I have one company and I want to create some virtual machine or some resource in the Azure platform. For which subscription I have to subscribe?
If you are doing it for the individual purpose, you need to go for pay as you go account.
No, for example, I'm working for some company and company has asked me to create account and subscribe the subscription. So, which subscription I have to apply?
Okay, your company is asking you to do that. See,
Yes.
the thing is whether your organization is already connected to Microsoft. That is the first question. If you are doing
Mhm.
it for the first time and what
Mhm.
extent you are doing it. If you are the
Mhm.
first person who are talking with Microsoft for your organization and you are creating that subscription for complete organization, then
Mhm.
you need to initiate the communication with Microsoft to get all the benefits and all the plans. And as per your organization requirement, how much big your company is, on that
Mhm.
basis, and what features is Microsoft providing, on that basis, you need to select one of the subscription. As I said, if you are a tech M person, then this is a big company, right? And then
Mhm.
they can go for enterprise level subscription. So the value costing is also high to take that
Mhm.
subscription.
Okay.
That's why Microsoft gives you the benefits,
Okay.
right? So your decision criteria on your organization size and
Mhm.
the costing and what are the features you need, right? On
Mhm.
that basis, you need to select your subscription. But if you are doing it for your own purpose or some particular client, let's say I have a requirement for client,
Mhm.
I have created it for some of the clients, and we
Mhm.
were a Microsoft partner, right? But that client needs the specific kind of application resources and their own environments. They want the separate things. They don't want to create the resources in our organization account. So that's why what we decided, we let's go with the pay as you go account.
Okay.
So that is a simple one. Once we hand it over to that all the applications and everything, we are done. We can just take the amount of it. So like that.
No, but my question is, ma'am, for example, company has hired me as a Azure system admin or something like that, and they asked me, they have given some a requirement that this is the requirement you need to subscribe the subscription of Microsoft. So please connect with Microsoft and get the subscription. So
Yes.
as level, what subscription on first level, what subscription I have to take?
So that is what I am answering. It is depend on your organization size. If it is a very big organization, you can go for the enterprise level subscription with the
Okay.
benefits. If it is
Okay.
a small company like 500 employees, like that, 500 to 1000, you can go
Mhm.
for Microsoft partnership.
Okay.
Okay. But if it is lesser than that also, then you can go for pay as you go account.
Well,
Okay.
thank you.
But whenever you are selecting, you need to check all the features. So you can see that you
Mhm.
can just search for it and Azure. See here, Azure subscription plans are there. So you
Mhm.
can just go for it as your overview support plan. See here, there are support plans as well. So if I'm
Mhm.
going over here, let's open that. Where we have that plans. Pricing by products, essentials. This is a foundry. Pricing by product. No, this is not the one. Support plan is different. So whenever you are going for the support plan, so here how you will get the support from Microsoft for your issues. So these are the support plans. I will check for all the Azure subscription plans as well. Plan offering. Do we have this? Okay, I'll check on that. There is something where you can get all the plans together, or else you can just search for the benefits of enterprise level subscription. See here, this is the agreement, enterprise level agreement. So you will get all the things over here. See, all the plan of information, how to get that, everything you will get it from here. All right.
All right.
So just search it. Search it, you will get all the benefits. If you want to go for Microsoft partnership, if you want to go for Microsoft resellers and all, anything, you can just search it and go for the Microsoft documentations only. Okay.
All right.
All right. Great. So let me close this and this. So here, I hope I answered your question, Satya.
Yes, ma'am, you have answered it, but again, you have answered for like partner level and
Mhm.
reseller level. For example, my company is a product-based company, and I'm hired for a cloud engineer, and they're asking me to set up the entire things in Azure. So
Hmm.
that's what the question was like, which subscription on initial level I have to use while creating the account. So you have already answered it, like you need to go for enterprise level, or you need
Mhm.
to go with like some
Microsoft
partner.
partner or
Yeah.
enterprise level. So as per your
If it
company
is,
requirement.
yeah. So it's fine. Understood, ma'am. In
Mhm.
case if anything there, I'll pay you.
Okay, sure. Yes, Sahil, do you have any question?
No, I have answer for that person.
Yes, please go
So
ahead.
is it like for initial level, he can go for pay as you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then, as per company requirements, he can increase the subscription.
Yes. So that is what the first thing for first, because we need to first of all understand whether our company size, first of all, how much size we required. After that, what kind of features we required. Because by using the enterprise level application or agreement, we are getting multiple benefits, but the costing for enterprise subscription is high. So are you
Understood.
okay to go for it? Then you can go for it. So like that.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay.
So as Sahil said, first level we can go for pay
Hmm.
as you go,
Pay
and
as
as
you
per
go.
requirement, we can like enhance our subscription, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much for asking. All right. So let's go for the next part. Let's continue with this resource provider. So see here, these are the resource providers. Now you can see that Azure AI is there, Dell is there, and so many other things are there, right? So if I'm going for, let's say, virtual machine. So let me search for the virtual machine from here. See here, desktop is there, SQL virtual machine is there, and here we have the virtual machine. Now let's say you want to work with virtual machine images and this is not registered. It means that you can't create directly, right? Now, by default, if you are creating it from the portal, then without any issues, Microsoft in the backend first register this resource provider and start creation of that resource. But if you are dealing with the scripting languages or anything, then it will throw you the error that this resource provider is not available. So what you need to do, just you need to click on this, you need to click over here and just hit on register. That's it, done. So just register it and keep it as it is. And whenever you want, you can use it, right? I can also check for web, Microsoft.web. So see here, this is also not registered. Now this is required for my web application purpose. So I need to register it. No issues. Whenever I'm creating the app service plan, it will by default register in the backend. But if I want to procure it, first of all, then I can go for it, right? So these are what the subscription and the resource providers. Now let's go for our first resource group. So either you can create your resource group from the resource group tab, or either you can create your resource group directly from the resource tab. So if I'm going for the virtual machine, then see here it is asking me to create a resource group. In that case, whatever location you are selecting for the resource directly connects to the resource group. But if you want to create a resource group with the different location, you can go for it. So first of all, I will go for my resource group, and this resource group I can put it as day 1, right? RG-day 1. Now, there are some criteria for the naming conventions as well. So always you need to start with whatever the resource is there. For example, if this is a resource group, then use RG. If this is a virtual machine, use VM. If this is a web application, use web. Storage account, use storage or something like that. And then what is your application? So for example, what is your application? So we are creating the, let's say, Flipkart application. So you can put that Flipkart in your naming convention. After that, you can do hyphen and then put your specifications. Let's say you are creating the virtual machine, then whether it is a Windows operating system or the Linux operating system, then whether it is a first instance only or there are multiple others. So like that you can add the multiple things, append to understand whether this resource belongs to what. Okay. Now here you can select your regions. See here, there are multiple regions are available. You can select that all regions, one of the region from here. Let's say I'm selecting the East US 2 region. And then here we have a tag. Now tag is a metadata of your resource. Now let's say I wanted to add a tag. Let's suppose this resource group belongs to the application. Let's say this application. The application is Flipkart. Let's say the application is Flipkart, right? within that resource group, I can add multiple tags. As per my convenience, I can add multiple tags. So this, why we require the tags? So in your organization also, you are not just an employee. You are a developer, or you are having the vertical head position, or you are having the BU head position, or you are the team lead, right? What is mean by that? These are the tags, extra tags. It is kind of a metadata. So if I wanted to search from your complete organization, if I wanted to search only the who are the Java developers, then we should append the tags on it first of all on your profile, and then I can collect the information that these are all developers are from Java developers, right? So like that you can add multiple tags. Let's suppose this resource group is also belongs to the particular location, or belongs to that particular subscriptions or something like that particular client. So this is a Flipkart, and this Flipkart requirement we got it from client. So the client name is, let's say, Tekem. So according to that, I will get all the informations related to this. So let's say I'm just creating it, right? And then hit on create. So in the first create, it will go for validation. If all the things are correct, then it will go for create option. Now I can go for my tags. See here we have the tags. And here you can see that in the app Flipkart, if I want to check what are all resources or the resource group belongs to this app Flipkart or belongs to this client TechM, then I can search for it. Now, if you are putting tag on the resource group, it doesn't mean that whatever the resources inside that are also having a tag. No. So for example, let's say, let me create one simple resource. Let's create storage. I'm just creating it. What is mean by that and everything, you don't need to worry about it, because we have the special okay, and it's a East US region. I can go for UK West as well. Storage, I'm okay with that. Other than that, let me just select. I'm just doing it to reduce my costing because I need to pay for it. And then that's it. See here, I'm not putting any tags right now. So let's create that. Now anyone can give me the examples where we can use that tags. In which scenario we'll get the help from tags.
If we are tagging, then we can identify the VM, right?
Yes, VM also we can tag.
Yeah, even storage.
Yes, but let's say if there is a requirement. So for example, I was working with some of the company XYZ, and we are the one who are creating the applications as per the client requirement. So there are multiple resources belongs to that requirement, and we are creating and we are publishing it onto our environment only for the first part testing purpose, and after that we are creating on their own environments. So for the testing purpose also we are getting we are what we can say, we are charging on that. So whenever we are doing it at a one single time, we are working on 2 to 3 client requirements or the projects. So how I can figure out that this particular resource belongs to that particular client requirement? Because we don't want to put any conflicts on that, because whatever the resources we have created for client number one has to given by client number one itself, right? So for that, in the costing part, tags plays important roles. So see here, whatever the resource group you have created with two tags is not inherited over here. So you need to create a tag per resource group, per subscription. But if you want to inherit the resource group tag within all the resources within that resource group, then you need to create a policy for it. Now, how to create the policies and all that part we will going to discuss in our one of the session. Okay, where we are going to talk about the subscriptions and all.
Sorry
But
to.
tag, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, with respect to the tags, so in that sense, now in a way where each resource is allocated a tag, and then tag wise there is a billing that's happening. So now let's say, like you said, there's this policy that's been created wherein uh, 10 of the resources are clubbed into one tag. So how is billing happening in such scenarios?
Okay, okay, all right. Now, what is happening over here? So, whenever we are creating the tag, we need to create a tag as per the resources, right? Let me just go over here. Let's talk about the tag. See, for example, my client one, which is having the Flipkart application, and we are having 10 resources within the resource group. Now, every time, maybe that resources are having the virtual machines, web applications, or the networking part, or the function app, and so on, right? So, these all resources, either I need to put a tag on each and every resource, but maybe it is happening that I may forget to put a tag on it because I am just worried about the creation of it, right? Sometimes you forget to do the tagging. So in that case, whenever you are creating the resource group and with the particular tag, you can inherit that tag by using the policy. So now once all the resources are having the tag, then what you need to do inside your portal, there
Ma'am,
is
your
a,
voice is breaking.
is it? Is it
Yeah.
for everyone? Is it good now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, what you need to do inside the cost management billing, you need to get inside this one, first of all, billing account. And from here, you can go for the cost analysis. Now you can check all the things from here and you can put your tags. So let me go for it. Do we have that option? Right now it is not showing anything because there is nothing. But from here you can filter out for the tags and you will get all the details. Which resource is what is the particular amount of it, everything.
So this tag-based system is regardless of the type of deployment that you're choosing. So let's say
Yes.
if you're going with infrastructure as a service or platform as service, it is regardless of that. I'm charged on based on the tag system, or how is it, ma'am?
So see, there is no pricing for tags. It is just kind of a filtration.
Okay.
So as I said, in your organization, you have divided in multiple groups, right?
Okay. Yeah.
HR department, then IT department. If I want to collect the information about IT department costing, then I can collect it because your tag is the IT department.
Okay. So then what is the prime purpose of tagging? I mean, it is
Filtration. So we can filter it
other
out.
than just filtering out, or
Yes.
just grouping them together. I
Grouping
mean, other than that,
together.
is there any purpose?
No, no, no. It is kind of a metadata, right?
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you want to filter out, or you want to search all the services belongs to that particular tag, then you can use a tag.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right. Great. So, all right, then we are done with the tagging as well. And let me go to this one. So, yes, we are done with the subscription and the resource group. Now, related to the compute and all these things, now we are going for the next part. See here, we will be starting with the virtual machine. So, I guess we can do the hard stop here because so many things are right now on your head. Okay. Now, what you need to do today, you need to go for Azure latency test. Just check all the things. You need to go for that learning path, which is in the AG900. Just go through all the concepts one by one and just little bit understanding on the subscription plans. Okay. So this is your assignment for today. I'm just what I can say. We are just stopping it over here because I don't want to give you the overburden on first day itself. Okay. So let me go over here. Now, today what you need to do, you need to complete Azure Speed, explore Azure Speed. After that, you need to explore AZ900. Already I have given you that link. Azure status, you don't need to worry about it right now because we will going to talk about it in our monitoring part as well. And explore.
So, ma'am, you're sending the topics over the chat, or?
Yes, I'm sending it
Oh,
over the chats. And explore subscription plans. And connect with Minakshi for the lab details. Okay.
yeah, sure.
All right. Now, in the next session, what we are going to do, we are going to cover the virtual machine. I guess we will put our whole day. So next week, I guess Saturday, we will be talking about it from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Okay. So once we finish this complete part, then and then only we'll stop on that day. Will that work?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. So over here in the next session, what we are going to do, we are going to talk about the virtual machines. Two virtual machines, one is the Linux and one is the Windows virtual machine, and you will get the lab on it, manage virtual machine lab, as well as I will give you the customized lab. And another thing, once you complete this past services, see here, there are 3 labs. You need to finish it. Now, these are all the labs. You will get all the documentation. Once you are ready with your Azure portal, you will just follow the steps and then complete that lab. After that, here we need to explore other options of the compute services like a virtual machine, batch solutions, app service plan. So here we are just covering all these things. But what is extra? Logic app, Kubernetes services, batch solution. Also, we're going to talk about the service fabric, right? So what are the all options are present in the compute solution? And then we are going to talk about the case study as well. Okay, so I'll give you the case study and you need to come up with your solution. All right, so I guess this is it. And how was the session? Are you able to follow each and
Yeah.
everything?
Yes, ma'am. It's good.
Yes, ma'am. It's good.
Okay, great then.
Yes, yes, it's good.
All right. Thank you so much for attending and let's see you in the next weekend.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
Bye.
much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.